aren't there any relatives that might be able to take the kids? I don't know. Or, yeah. Or, yeah, we told the social worker about it, and the social worker said no. Might be able to take the kids? I don't know. Or, yeah. Or, yeah, we told the social worker about it, and the social worker said no. Although it's not the social worker's decision, right? Social worker said no, so we just dropped it. We forgot about it. At the detention hearing, you got to have the judge order. You know, in the old days, they don't do this anymore, but in the old days at the detention hearing, there was a judge that I used to practice in front of when I was a court-appointed attorney who would ask on every case. You know, he had developed the form where you had to write down all the relatives. It was like a 3-part carbon form. And they used to use that in a lot of courtrooms in LA County. I don't know if if they use that anymore. But he wanted to know who the relatives were because he was getting sick and tired of, social worker not finding out who the relatives were, or some relative coming up, 2 years into the case saying, "Hey, I want the kid." And his first thing was, "Well, where you been?" "Well, I didn't know." Well, the way to solve that was to have the relatives interviewed at the very beginning of the case, which that's supposed to happen anyway under Section 309. So if you have a case in California and your kids aren't with relatives or family friends, read WIC 309. Just Google WIC 309 and read it. You're going to be astounded what it says. Okay? All right, Cassandra, if you don't have any questions for me, I want to thank you for joining. Oh, one of the things that Cassandra, you didn't hear, and I want to repeat it for the audience. For a limited time, if you contact Grace at vincentwdavis.com and request my new book, she will send you a free digital copy. Okay? And let me give you the official title of the book. It's Civil Rights Litigation, Suing CPS Social Workers. It's about 150 pages. It was much longer than I wanted it to be, but it's a victim survivor's guide to winning your civil rights case and breaking free of the CPS system. Okay, so go ahead and email Grace, and for a limited time, we're going to be giving those away free. Later, it's going to be on Amazon for like 10 or $12. All right. Okay, Cassandra, thank you for joining me. I know Miss G is going to be joining me tomorrow at 9 a.m. for our show. And tomorrow at 9 a.m., I hope we have a guest. We had a guest lined up today, but we couldn't contact her. We have a guest lined up for tomorrow. And I will also be talking about the second hearing you go to, the jurisdictional / dispositional hearing in a juvenile dependency case. And I'll be giving some pointers and some pro tips about how to win that case or that hearing. Okay? So have a good Saturday, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
I have one thing.
Oh, I almost pressed the end broadcast button.
Go ahead. I will answer your question on my show on Tuesdays at 4:00.
Oh, you were talking. Oh, Deidre Payne?
Yeah.
Let's see what Deidre's saying. Good morning, Mr. Davis. Do you happen to see my question from last night right before we ended? I'm sorry, Deidre, I didn't see that. Let's see, what are you saying now? My opening brief due date for my appeals case is October 17th. Okay, that's Monday. If my appellate attorney hasn't contacted me yet, does that mean the attorney most likely doesn't think there's anything worth appealing? No, it doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that, but it doesn't mean that automatically. What I would suggest, Deidre, you do is today email your appellate attorney and find out, what's going on. A lot of times I've heard court-appointed appellate attorneys do the brief and they don't talk to you. And I mean, I've heard that so much. I'm not surprised that you're saying that to me. If I was doing your appeal, I would have contacted you and talked about the case, because there are some issues on appeals that you just can't find out from reviewing the court reporter's transcript and the clerk's transcript. But like I said earlier, every attorney does cases differently. That's why it's called the practice of law. Everybody has different practices. All right. All right. So I hope, there's, we're on streaming to 8 different platforms and there's a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah, her question was for me, but I told her I'd tell her on my show at 4:00 on Tuesday.
Okay.
It's a long question. Well,
all right, folks. All right, folks. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Bye-bye.